Good evening all, this is John Milburn for Laws 11062. This is week 8. This is an important week. We're dealing primarily with week 7 material, but first a couple of items. The first is relating to your second assessment. I do trust by now you're well advanced in your preparation. I do believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, that it's due essentially this time next week, the 17th. So remember, of course, that you need to select a side. I don't mind which side you select in the matter. And if you have any questions that you'd like to discuss with your colleagues in a collegiate rather than in a collegiate sense, using collaboration principles, not collusion, then feel free to engage in discussions on Q&A. Unlike previous offerings of the unit, I'm not setting up special plaintiff or defendant type sessions. So just be involved in all general discussions. And part of my rationale for that is that I want you to think about the arguments that the others might raise. So if you're involved in a discussion and you're actually talking to an opponent, they may raise some arguments that you hadn't considered, which will mean that you're going to be better prepared and vice versa. So bear in mind the ultimate goal here is for us to collectively do well, and of course to do so on an individual basis. So that doesn't mean that you're directly swapping material necessarily, but the discussion can be quite robust and still be within the rules. Now, speaking of the rules, can I just mention this? I'm not suggesting anything wrong at this stage, but we are in first year as coordinators, very carefully looking at material. Now, you'll recall last week, I reminded you about Turnitin, plagiarism, proper referencing. That is a hot topic for the unit coordinators. So we don't want anyone going into second year uncertain about how to reference their material or under any apprehension that they can get away with plagiarism, because it is not tolerated in the university or in the profession or in other walks of life, even if you don't walk into the profession. That's not meant to be a criticism. It's meant to be just be careful because it's, if you like, a hot topic and we're watching out for it. If you have any questions about referencing or how far you should go, what you should do,